To the debut episode of the show you'll soon learn to love, Port City Rising. I am joined by none other than Garrett Chan Man, Spider-Man Chan. And we are excited to bring you all into the lives of two broadcasting students in their last semester and last year. Garrett, first off, tell me how you're doing.
I'm super pumped, super excited, grateful, honored to be here. Let's have a show. Let's have a season. Let's get things started right away.
Awesome. The question is, first question is, what is Port City Rising? Well, Port City Rising is a talk show that documents what is going to be the greatest semester ever. We're seniors. We need to go out with a bang. What you'll see this semester are vlogs, interviews, and experiences that will be shared on WTOP 10. Today, we'll stick with the basics and give our sports talk a try. Moving into our first segment, the Weekend Deep Dive. Garrett and I will go over our busy weekend and discuss what we saw and experienced. So, I will start off. It was an all-football weekend. I was working at Syracuse for the in-house production, and it was really fun. I was able to be in this sort of like basket, where what they call it the basket, and it's like the game cam. So I was able to do the scoreboard cam. Everyone on the scoreboard saw, I was responsible for that. It was a really great time, and I'm sure a picture will come up of my experience. And I was able to see Kyle Spizak do his thing. All right, so going over there, that's where I was. So you see right there, it was just a little basket, and you had to like climb down this like this little step, and it was a little scary, to be honest. And then saw Kyle Spizak do his thing.
What a
he
guy.
Worked for ABC. He was doing a lot there. So some WTOP Oswego guys representing Oswego well, doing some Syracuse football. And then moving over to my personal favorite, went to the Eagles and Commanders game. That was a really fun experience. I've been to Philadelphia a good amount of time. That's where we sat. It was beautiful, a beautiful day. Last year, we weren't able to get the nicest weather. It was raining. It was a hurricane, and wow. It was not fun. So so we were able to do that. See my dad right there. We were taking a selfie in front of the Super Bowl 52 replica trophy. I really wish that we were able to get another one this past year, but that ended up not happening. But still holding out hope. But yeah, one thing that happened was my dad, big Eagles guy, screaming his head off. So we were right next to the family section, right? We were right next to the family section. So like all the kids were over there. My dad didn't care at all. He was just screaming. He was cursing. It was
yikes.
It was something like everybody, all the kids were like looking back at us, like thinking we were crazy. But it was a good game. I'll get more into the game after a break. But Garrett, enough of me talking. How was your weekend?
It was certainly a big weekend for me as well. I'll start off. We had some Oswego alumni, some fellow WTOP 10 people that came or worked at the station in the past. They made their way up here, took a tour of the studio. So there's us. So from left to right, there's me.
3 people on our crew.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Shout out to those. So we have Jolie there, VP of Finance, Melinda, VP of HR and Communication, Mia, VP of Creative Services, and our great GM, Mike Griswold. So we were all there at the comm dinner. It was absolutely fantastic.
That's awesome.
Celebrating some esteemed alumni who have made contributions not just to the station, but Oswego as a whole. So it was great to talk. I explained it to Jolie on Saturday. It was kind of like the past meets the present, and you just talk about the future of not just the communications department, the program, but also what the station has in store for the next few years.
That's awesome.
In addition to that, I did call some play-by-play for a women's soccer game against SUNY Plattsburgh. Really good game. I called it with our great broadcasting engineer, Connor. So we did a great job of calling that game. We talked a lot about kind of just the dynamics of both teams, kind of just getting the feel of SUNY competition. It was great to cover that game, and super excited not just for fall sports, but as we head into the winter with some hockey coming up in next weekend.
Yeah, really getting some experience there. That's awesome. And
that's right.
It seems like did you meet anybody at the alumni dinner?
We saw former general manager of WTOP 10, Justin. I don't know why I'm starting with the last name for it. I don't know why. But yes, we met some amazing alumni. We saw fellow WTOP 10 crew members and people on the prod board as well. Just a great meeting overall of everyone in the communications broadcasting department, and super excited to see what's in store over the next few years here.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, us as seniors, just kind of like nice to see other people come back and help us out. But coming up after the break, we'll talk about some sports. Week 4 action in the NFL, and also the MLB postseason starts today. All of this and more after the break.
Dude, bro, I don't know why I have...
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like...
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one. Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Back to Port City Rising. Now, it's time for us to do something we do practically on a day-to-day basis, talking sports. Garrett, take it away.
That's right, Brooks. There's a lot going on in the world of sports, so let's not waste any time and jump into a jam-packed weekend of football.
All right, starting off in Philadelphia, where I was in attendance, as I mentioned earlier, the Philadelphia Eagles merely won against the Washington Commanders 34-31 in overtime. After Jalen Hurts threw a touchdown to A.J. Brown, they ended up leaving too much time for Sam Howell and company to score the game-tying touchdown with 1 second left. Philly ended up winning on a 54-yard field goal from Jake the Make Elliott. Garrett, the Eagles are 4-0. How long can they keep this success going?
Certainly a very solid start for the defending NFC champions, excuse me. They've played the Colts, the Patriots, Vikings, Buccaneers, some very somewhat lackluster opponents, but nonetheless, they've got a very solid schedule up ahead. They face the Rams next week, which I think will be a way for the Eagles to improve to 5-0. They face the Jets, and of course, we'll talk about them just in a little bit. But then you have 2 more meetings with the Cowboys, Chiefs, 49ers. Those are some really top teams in the league. I expect them to be very close games, if not get extremely close for the Eagles to maybe pull out a win here. I think the Eagles are in good position right now. I expect them to get better as the season progresses.
Yeah, it seems like for the Eagles, it's just they're 4-0, but no one's really impressed. No one's really impressed with the Eagles, including me. I mean, they have been winning really by the skin of their teeth. So I'm hoping they can change that around. But for you, Garrett, you got some things to talk about for the Jets.
That's right. On Sunday Night Football, Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs traveled to the Big Apple to take on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets. While much of the media attention was focused around Taylor Swift and the ongoing romance between the singer and superstar tight end, the contest was much closer than many people expected, including me. After the Chiefs gained a quick 17-0 lead to start the game, the Jets came storming back only down by 8 at halftime. Zach Wilson showed why he is the man, outplaying Patrick Mahomes and becoming the only opposing quarterback to have more completions, more passing yards, more touchdown passes, and fewer interceptions than Patrick Mahomes in a Mahomes start, either college or pro. Despite that, after Wilson fumbled the ball on the snap, the Chiefs marched down the field thanks to help from the referees. Not surprisingly, another primetime game was ruined after a late holding call continued the Chiefs' drive, and the defending champs held on for the 23-20 victory. Hey, Brooks, were the Jets robbed?
I would say that they were by the refs. The refs were not really in their favor. I mean, with Taylor Swift in attendance, you were hearing some kind of theories that it's like you're not going to have Taylor Swift watch Travis Kelce and the Chiefs lose. I don't really believe that, but there were some shaky calls from the refs. But we got to take that away and really praise Zach Wilson. I mean, Zach Wilson coming in this game, we thought he was going to be ran over by the Kansas City Chiefs. And he went up and he made it a 3-point game. 3-point game.
That's right.
He lost by 3. And he actually showed some growth because at the press conference, he didn't blame it on anybody. He said, this one's on me. So I feel like Zach Wilson is improving, and I feel like he's really showing that he can be the QB1.
It was certainly great to see Zach Wilson step up, especially a big way, considering that he was getting so much backlash and media attention, not just here in New York, which is in itself a very ruthless media market, but everywhere else as well. It was good to see Wilson step up. Now it's just a matter of whether he can replicate that success moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. But now, Garrett, let's go over to some baseball. Take it away.
Thanks, Brooks. Moving to the diamond now, October baseball has finally arrived. Even though both New York baseball franchises were absolutely garbage this year, America's beloved pastime still rolls on. Today marked Game 1 of the best-of-3 American League wildcard game as the 5th seed Texas Rangers shut out the 4th seed Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 4-0. Jordan Montgomery looked impressive, throwing 7 innings, allowing 6 hits, and striking out 5. The other American League wildcard matchup features the 3 seed and American League Central champions Minnesota Twins playing against the 6 seed Toronto Blue Jays. The Twins look to snap a whopping 18-game postseason losing streak that is the longest in the history of America's Big Four professional sports. The Blue Jays look for their first postseason victory in the Vlad Guerrero Jr. Bo Bichette era.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start off with the Rays and Rangers. I feel like with that win by the Rangers 4-0, I feel like they made a statement. I mean, they're going in Tampa Bay and they're shutting out the Tampa Bay Rays. So I feel like they really made a statement with them, and then getting a win under your belt.
That's right. I mean, both with the Tampa Bay Rays, they went off to this extremely hot start to start the season, and it stretched all the way to the All-Star break, with injuries slowed them down, and then the Orioles caught up, eventually winning that American League East crown. I know it pains for you as a Yankee fan, seeing the Orioles of all teams succeed as well as they have. But I mean, overall, it's great to see baseball postseason back. I expect a great battle between not just these 4 teams, but the other teams playing well as we move forward through this exciting postseason. But Brooks, I think it's time for make a fool of ourselves, whether we like it or not. It's time for some early World Series predictions. I think you should go first.
All right, so we were talking before we went on air. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves versus the Baltimore Orioles. The reason why is because the Atlanta Braves, I mean, they've been pretty much the best team in baseball. They got future MVP Ronald Acuna. They got Matt Olson. They got just really firepower on offense. And then going over to the Orioles, they're a young team. Everyone's expecting them to not have that experience, not have that playoff experience. But they're not just in here to get some playoff experience. They're here to go all the way. And I feel like even though they'll go all the way, I feel like the Braves are going to pull it out, and I think they'll win in probably 6.
Brooks, I really can't argue with the Braves either. I mean, they just largely dominated throughout the regular season. You talked about NL MVP favorite Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, who had a rough first year in Atlanta as the new Braves first baseman, of course, filling the shoes for Freddie Freeman. But then you have the pitching staff of Charlie Morton, Max Fried, Spencer Strider, who had a phenomenal season. You really can't bet against the Braves. I do think it's going to be Braves and Astros, a rematch of 2021, the World Series, the Fall Classic. I think you can't bet against the Astros either. They are absolutely a powerhouse in the American League that looks relatively weak than in years past. I mean, Yordan Alvarez has just been overall very impressive. Jose Altuve, Jose Abreu has been very good throughout the entire year, especially when they return from injuries. And of course, you have the return of Justin Verlander, who, after being acquired from the Mets, has pitched very well, knows the plays extremely well, knows how to compete in Houston. That's why I think it's going to be a Braves-Houston Astros Fall Classic matchup. I say Braves in 6 as well.
6 as well. All right, so we're both taking the Atlanta Braves to win the World Series, but now we're going to stay with baseball, and we're going to talk some Immaculate Grid. This is a game that we have a bracket, which will come up in a little bit, and we have to guess what players played for certain teams or what players had some certain stats for that individual team. So we'll start off with baseball, and I will have Garrett ask that, and then we'll have football, and he'll be the one who is asking me questions regarding the Immaculate Grid. So if we can get that full screen up, and we have it right here. So Atlanta and Houston. We'll start off with the Atlanta Braves and Houston Astros. Garrett, what do you got?
So everyone that's watching, you of course can play along at home. Braves and Astros, I'm thinking of a current Brave starter right now. Postseason success. I just talked about him before. He's going to be essential to that Braves rotation. I'm taking Charlie Morton.
Yep.
So I'm going to put that down and see what his percentage is, because you also got to think about rarity. 28%, that ain't bad. Let's move on to Astros 300 average career batting. First guy I think of, Hall of Famer Chipper Jones. Absolute stud. Killed the Mets from basically every year. 67%. So my rarity score has gone out the window. Let's go to Yankees Astros.
Yankees Astros, yep.
Here's another popular pick, because right now I'm just thinking of the most popular players. Garrett Cole, of course.
Garrett Cole, yep.
So I expect this to be like 80%, 40%.
Wow.
It's not bad. 300 average career for batting. So there's a bunch to go off of.
Yeah.
We could go Jeter. We could go DiMaggio, Mantle.
Yep.
I might go with Mantle.
Okay.
And see what the percentage on that is. That's wrong.
It's wrong.
How's that?
You should have went Joe DiMaggio.
I'm going to go
out there.
DiMaggio.
Okay.
I really thought Mickey Mantle had 17%. I'll still take that.
Okay.
Yankees 500 home runs career batting. I think of a lot of power hitters. Judge has not reached that yet, of course, because he's still relatively young.
There's one guy that just sticks out.
Andrew Jones, Babe Ruth.
Andrew Jones, interesting.
Andrew Jones, yeah, Andrew Jones.
He did play, yeah.
Gary Sheffield, I believe, was very solid for them. Sheffield did 500? I'm going to hedge my bets.
Just try it out.
You know,
I think
I'm going to go the Babe Bambino.
I know he had more than 500, yeah.
Dodgers and Astros. I don't want to take too much time away from you, Brooks, because you're going to be doing the football one.
No, I got you.
Let's do Dodgers 300 average career. I've had some good hitters in the past. I'm thinking like right now, Betts, Freeman. I don't think they have a 300 average yet. Maybe like a 290, but not 300. I don't know why I'm stumped on the Dodgers and Astros, because I feel like there's so many players that go through those two teams.
Yeah.
Braves 500 home runs career back. I'm like all over the place right now. I feel like I have this, but at the same time, I could be like one guess off. I'm going to go Andrew Jones. Nope, I was wrong.
It was that 300 average for?
I was going 500,
500
plus home runs. Yeah, I don't know why.
He must be like near like 400 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got about like a minute 30 for left.
I don't have the immaculate going for this. Wow. Brooks, I mean, You have this up. You got some players in mind?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm struggling.
So right now we have Dodgers 500 home runs. I mean,
because there's a lot of great players that go through that system.
Right.
I think of
yeah.
Jackie Robinson, Pee Wee Reese, all those guys
I
that
don't
play
think
for
they
contact.
hit 500.
They never
home
really
runs.
hit for power.
Was Jackie Robinson? Did he have 300 average though?
Did Piazza have 500 plus? Because he was a
Jackie
Dodger.
Robinson 43% for 300 average. So he got that.
Thanks for giving me the answer.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm helping you out.
I guess my final guess, I'm gonna just go Piazza for 500.
Okay.
All right, I'll take 6 out of 9.
Okay, you got 6 out of 9. All right. So that is
2/3.
going to be for baseball, but now it is time for some football.
Yeah, let's
for
see how you
Immaculate
do.
Grid. All right, so we'll move over. You see there, it's Giants, Seahawks. Giants on the left, so Giants goes Giants, Niners, Patriots, and then you got Seattle, Green Bay, and 300-plus yard passing season. So let's see. Let's see one that's really
I could think of one off
easy.
the bat.
I could too. Niners and Seahawks. I'm gonna go with Richard Sherman.
That was my guess.
Let's put that up there.
Watch it be like 80%.
It probably will be. 69%.
Nice.
And now we'll do Patriots Seahawks. There was definitely someone on the Patriots that ended up being on the Seahawks as well. There's definitely like a running back. Was it?
LeGarrette Blount.
No, he wasn't on the Seahawks. I know Golden Tate was on the Giants. So that was
that's a good one.
That was for Giants and Seattle. 22%. That's not bad. That's not bad.
49ers 3,000 yard passing season.
It's
you
got to
could
be
go.
Joe Montana out here. Joe Montana. I feel like for the 3,000 yard season, if you guys are playing at home, I feel like that's pretty easy for all of these teams.
I put Steve Young.
Put Steve Young.
21%.
How much you got? 21. Well, I got 31%. I think for Patriots, I think that's pretty obvious. Tom Brady, but I'm gonna go with Drew Bledsoe because I feel like he did have one with the Patriots. I mean, I know he got injured, but
Yeah.
Is it Drew Bledsoe? Did he play with
Let me
Patriots
help you out.
beforehand?
Oh, 30%.
30%. Okay.
Very solid.
Did Mac Jones? Has he gotten one yet?
Who?
For 3,000 yards, Mac Jones.
No, I don't think so.
All right,
I don't
I'm
think
going to
it's
go with
pushed
Drew Bledsoe. All right, so 30%. Okay, awesome. And then 3,000 yard for the Giants. I feel like we'll do Chris Sims.
Chris Sims.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wait, no, Phil Sims. Chris Sims. Phil
I was
Sims.
like, Chris Sims, who's that?
Yeah, I knew it was Sims, but all right. 14%. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Still got the Immaculate going, right?
Yeah, we still
Fantastic.
we still have the Immaculate going. Now we have Green Bay and New York, the Giants and Green Bay Packers.
Giants beats me.
I'm trying to think of like offensive linemen, defensive linemen.
Nope.
You can't think of anything.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so you're not gonna help me out here. Okay.
Nope.
Patriots and Seahawks. Oh, this is very tough. We definitely.
We need one more guess, Brooks. One more guess.
One more guess.
Just one more guess. It could be right or wrong. Just one more guess. Do it for the people.
Do it for the people. Niners and Packers. I feel like. Is there like a quarterback, like a backup quarterback?
Do it for the people.
I have nothing. I have nothing right now.
Geno Smith, top left.
Geno Smith for Giants and Packers. I don't. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's Giants.
54%.
Seahawks.
All right.
Okay.
Sports are complete. Coming up after break, Brooks and I discuss what's coming up
All right.
next into Port City. Stay tuned.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close-up of that one. Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Welcome back to Port City Rising, baby. By the way, I did Seahawks Patriots. Chris Canty 0.05%.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Move on. Let's go.
You got the best. You got the best immaculate grid answer there. All right. So well, Garrett, we promised that we will document our experience. So that is what we will do. We are going to have a Inside the Port City vlog, and we'll try our luck for next episode to go beyond the Port City. So Garrett, for the next episode, what do you want to do? What is something that you feel we should try out?
You know, for me, there's a lot of Port City that is unexplored by the Chan Man himself. So why not go, you know, a good old day adventure around the Port City, highlight various landmarks, highlight various locales. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for a Port City vlog for maybe the next couple of weeks or so.
Right. And then I'm thinking like maybe we could go, like when we go outside the Port City, thinking we can go to maybe Syracuse. You know, maybe we take a trip to Rochester, something like that. But ooh, man, yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So thank you guys for tuning in to the debut episode of Port City Rising. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Good night. Thank you. I was rushing there. I didn't realize.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.